परिवार बैठा हुआ है, मेरा परिवार बैठा हुआ है। कांग्रेस की बोरी बिस्तर बांधकर सिंध नदी में 7 तारीख को हमें बहाना होगा मेरे भाइयों बहनों।
Well, hello and welcome to a very special program. We are in Guna, where you can see Jyotiraditya Scindia has been campaigning now very hard for the last several weeks. We've been following him. Coming up on this very special program, a special interview with Jyotiraditya Scindia over here. We are traveling across Guna, a huge crowd in many areas. We cut through a lot of the important issues of the BJP on this election trail. Hi, good morning.
Oh, Vishnu,
How are you?
बधाई आपको, बधाई।
He's one of the most prominent faces of the BJP. He's somebody who's known in this area, the parliamentary constituency of Guna, for decades. This is very much a family stronghold. His grandmother is one from Guna 6 times, his father 4 times. Jyotiraditya Scindia is no stranger to parliamentary politics and representing this area in the Lok Sabha. We are here with Jyotiraditya Scindia in Guna. Thanks very much for being with us. It's been a tough, 3 weeks you were telling me? Day in and day out, across an area which you know like the back of your hand, I should imagine.
Yeah, it's my, I'm contesting for my 5th term from this constituency. And it's a constituency that I हिंदी में कहते हैं चप्पा चप्पा मैं जानता हूँ। एक एक गांव की सड़क, एक एक गांव की बिजली की व्यवस्था, एक एक गांव की तालाब की व्यवस्था स्वयं मैंने कराई है। तो it's home for me. And but having said that, an election is an election, and therefore you must never take it lightly. Yes, so it's been a month and a half or so of very hectic campaigning, but that is the way it is.
One of the planks that the opposition is running on is the allegation that agencies are being misused, and the opposition is being targeted to the point where they are, in some cases, the Congress says almost financially non-viable. Do you believe that this is something that could resonate on the ground?
Well, first of all, it's a fallacy to say that the Congress over the 10 years tenure of its government has garnered enough unaccountable resources, which you and I are very well aware of. Having said that, even if you look at the bank accounts that were frozen of the Congress party, that accounts to a pittance in terms of just purely the data that has come out in terms of the amount of money they've received through electoral bonds,
Right.
Which is almost above 1,500 crores. So which tree are the Congress barking up? I fail to understand. Secondly, as far as agencies are concerned, unlike in the days of the Congress, the dark days of emergency or otherwise, agencies are today free to conduct their operations. And at the end of the day, Vishnu, you and I think the people of the country are very well aware that it's not the BJP that has sent these leaders to jail. It is the courts of India. And if you are putting a finger and questioning the authenticity or the sacrosanctity of the courts of India, then I think it's a travesty for India, because you are questioning the armed forces, you are now questioning the Supreme Court of India, but you are never sitting back and questioning yourself.
Right. One of the key issues for the BJP in your election manifesto, and it's something the BJP has spoken about, is a uniform civil code. The Congress, however, is opposed to this. They say that they will accept diversity, minorities will have a choice of personal laws.
The Congress is opposed.
Why is a universal civil code essential for you?
The Congress is opposed to the idea of India.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't think there's much to expect from the Congress, because I think the Congress is opposed to not only the idea of India, but let me go one step forward and say the Congress is opposed to the idea of the Congress itself.
Yes.
The very fact that it's internally hemorrhaging tells you the picture of what actually is happening within that organization. So to expect an organization like that to think productively and proactively for the country is beyond comprehension.